Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Star Shadow Plays. I'm host Rob, aka Star Shadow. We're here with some more Cyber Knights Flashpoint. This being the second episode of our new run. Version number going up, new stuff coming in. But we'll talk about that in a second, as long as I remember what I was going to talk about. Let's get into this. Auto say, slot one. Perfect. Yeah, we're fine. So, this is the second episode. Like I said, first episode was of course the initial mission to get the Cyber Knight out of surgery and to safety. So the crew ended up having to escape from the rooftop, and the Face and Cyber Knight were able to leave through another means. Actually went really well. I was really surprised how well it went. And so now we're back in the safe house. But as I was saying, there's a lot of new stuff that's been added, even just recently. One of the things I want to go through, I didn't do train like I meant to, is tech bonuses. There's now extra tech bonuses, as you can see. Not only are there bonuses that everyone can use, the critical chance and plus damage versus drones, but especially for hackers themselves. +1 matrix AP per every point of tech, and you also get +1% cyber tech armor per 5 tech. So now you have more of a reason, even more of a reason, to load those tech points in for your hacker. So for instance, our hacker has 4 right now. We also got, as you can see, the +4 matrix AP right there. We'll be looking to get more for her as we go along. And while we're here, let's take a look at some of the tags now that we've got. You can see the initial backstory here. She's a digital thief, ex-con, our Danica Fingal, who's going to be her Cyber Knight name. She's not a Cyber Knight. Her eventual code name will be Sync, like before. But interestingly enough, gets -10 hit points out of it, so she's a little more on the weaker side. So she's definitely not a combat artist. We got to be aware of that, even though she is calm. Gotta like that. And she also gets extra matrix AP from getting digital rush. But you can see we got factions, also race on the streets. Previous faction, Los Douglas, street tech. So I'm not sure what this is gonna really represent in game. There's probably something that uses it that will refer to this tag. We're not sure yet. We'll see if we run into anything. Her backstory is she was imprisoned in Bravestar's Barton prison, but escaped during a massively bloody prison raid 2230 by Los Douglas. So her faction I guess helped her escape prison, so that's interesting. But due to this, she's not able to operate inside Bravestar territory without drawing the wrong kind of attention. That's interesting. And she's also wanted by Bravestar. What do you know? She has a professional respect for one of our contacts, a gunrunner named Diego Schwartz. So Diego was one of those that helped her escape. So you can kind of see a little bit of a story kind of coming along through here. So I think that this might be slightly different than what we were thinking initially and what we started to last time. The cyber sword's much the same as last time with the ex-UKF, the Ultimate Kill Fight League, because of banned neural treatment. Because I was looking for the bit. I know why, because it comes up in a message, so we don't know about it yet, that the neural treatment is slowly killing her, basically, unless she gets treatment. But this is the traits. This is where she gets her initial traits from. The +2 melee accuracy, nice. Grit for extra hit points and wound resistance. She also worked as a bouncer before joining the UKF, So got a little extra strength and will and hit points from that. So she's tough. Definitely someone we want in a fight. Also, Los Angeles, Race on the Streets. Here it is. Well, we have this right here, the neural treatment. So she's got 2 faction versions. She's indie and associated with Los Angeles. That's pretty interesting. But this is a little bit about neural treatment. It'll start going down and affecting her. I'm not sure if there's still anything to the story yet, whether it will further or not. Not sure if that's been added yet, but we'll keep an eye out for that. She has a lasting trust with a doper contact, Jeriel Tolsberg, because he's the one keeping her alive and giving her the treatments to stave off the Neuro-Rot, which will, like I said, should come up once we get the conversation with her. She has done an irreparable wrong to Hartsek, a syndicate soldier, having killed his son in a UKF match. Woo-wee. So she's a tough one. She's a tough one, but that all makes sense from grit and being a bouncer in her past life. Saya Shindo, who will be our mute soon. This is the same here, ex Matsumoto. So she was born as Matsumoto Citizen, which is a corporation, and life flipped when her younger brother Marcus disappeared to a shadowy Matt's medical trial. So she is looking for answers, and so she's left the family and the corporation. That gives her plus 10 move speed, which is wonderful, but she's not very good with the long range guns, which she's not gonna have anyway, so we're all good with that. Grit makes her a little bit tougher too. She's also got good grit. She's also good, a little bit better at legwork with this plus 3 legwork success. It also gives her a little plus will, so that's nice. So she's actually up to 3. So she's got her stats are not great, but the sleuth is gonna help out here a bit, which is nice. So what she needs is some strength, actually, since we're gonna be, stealthing it a little bit with that sword. So she's unable to operate in Matsumoto territory because, as you can see, backstory up here, she left, burned bridges on the way out. It's her brother, got attacked for that. So I'm sure there's going to be a story that comes out of this eventually, although it probably has not been added in yet. I don't think so, but maybe this might be the hook for a sibling breakout, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. She also has a wire ghost contact in Man Potato, who has been helping the search. She has a strong trust with Mongrel, who is a moneylender. So that should be good. And she now has a good relationship with our hacker for the work that they did in the last mission. So that's good. So now these two are on friendly terms, which is good. Our soldier here, ex-Milsec, watch out. Obviously we don't want her using a sword or a bat or something, but plus 15 hit points from this, nice. Marksman, so she's actually good, a little bit better with the long range accuracy, but she is not as good dodging. She's also lived underneath the top level, so she's kind of a lower level. I don't know what they exactly call them. So she actually gets plus 2% experience, which is awesome. And I think this will actually affect other things. I believe this it made a difference in like one of the missions we did last time, one of the legworks we did in the last run. So this could be, we'll have to keep an eye on this. So her connections, mostly to Arrowhead security territory. So that's who she worked with. That's her ex-faction. She's well versed in Milsec protocol, so we'll have to remember she has that kind of knowledge when we're thinking of little conversations and such to go with. She has a mother who is a corporate citizen, but who has disowned her because they put all their hopes into her brothers. hopes for rise in the megacorp. So bad situation here, bad blood between child and parent, which is interesting. We'll have to keep that in mind. And her mother is Richardson. Okay, maybe we should probably change the name here to it doesn't really matter. And she also has a strong trust with Zeb Trayton, who is a security officer, and they worked together for a long time at Arrowhead Security, so that is cool. So we apparently have some connections there that we could possibly use for nefarious purposes, I guess. Then we got our face mask, who is ex Los Angeles entertainer. So she worked as, they say entertainer, but it seems more like she was actually a nightclub. She might have been like a bartender's kind of thing, but she could have been kind of a little bit in between there. Maybe part performer too, who knows? We're not quite sure. Maybe we'll explore that and RP that a little bit. But she's also very calm, which is I think something that we actually do kind of see through conversation. So we'll have to make sure we're keeping that in mind. She's also very determined and pugnacious. So I don't know that she ever gets into a fight or anything, so that's not gonna help. But I'm not sure exactly how any of this will help her actually, but maybe there's something, I don't know. But so we have a lot of Los Angeles connected people. I don't think it doesn't look like we have any like big beefs coming out of it. She has a strong trust with Owen Shihab, the nightclub owner. So they worked together in the network for a long time. And she dislikes very strongly the gang boss B Tuna. So B Tuna and I guess they don't like each other for that reason. She knows too much. Let's see. Garage against the Cyber Knight, yes. Doesn't like to see a subordinate escape his orbit. Okay, so jealousy, professional jealousy, it looks like. Very interesting. Our gun runner here. Is owed a personal debt? Interesting, we'll have to keep that. That's because of helping her escape from prison. That's our hacker. Our street doc we'll learn more about. This is who performed the surgery in the first mission, so we don't know what's going on there. Heartsick is the one whose son got killed by our cyber sword. Jirio also owed a personal debt, but it's not actually an obligation, so I guess we could be good. This is the mother of our soldier. She does not like us. Minus 40% level trust. Holy, I was not paying attention. Well, yeah, 36. What's B Tuna at? Only minus 12. Right. Money letter. Okay, that's good. We owe an obligation though. So looks like Mute is gonna have us under the thumb here a little bit. Octane is currently our contact, so we're going to be finding out a lot more about her. Origami Joe, old associate, so someone that we've known for a long time. Owen Shihab is actually attracted to our face and has always wondered there could be something more than mutual beneficial networking. Ooh, jealousy, professional. This could be something we could play with a little bit. Potato, good terms with Butte, of course, who doesn't want to see her ruining her life trying to find her brother, which is interesting. And Zeb has trust with our soldier, plus 20% there. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oh, I didn't look at the Cyber Knight, of course. Los Angeles Thrash. We mostly picked that for the melee accuracy because we want her to be, strong in the sword. She got some grit. Also gets plus 2 experience, so that's awesome. Another Los Angeles person. That it? Okay. Actually, there's not the one that there was previously. Oh, there it is. Primary school. So these two were have known each other for a very, very, very long time. We're probably gonna have to say something like around 20 years at least. So they've been very good friends. So we'll keep that in mind. Yeah. So we have 30,000. Do we have anything? Oh yeah, patient dossier. Can we do anything? Yeah. Oh, with these, yeah. If we get a third level one and a single level, we can put them together. Okay. So we'll keep that for now. All right. So I guess we can clean up one room to start our base. We won't do too much though. We don't have that much money. But as you can see, we have some conversations. So let's go through these. So we will be continuing to do our terrible voice acting because it's fun to try and figure out what I can actually do with my voice and just kind of mess with things a little bit and see. Not like anyone would ever ask me to do voice acting for them, and I wouldn't blame them for that, but it's still good to kind of find the limits and just kind of see what I can do. So you're going to be subjected to this, so thumbs up for you, y'all. All right, so our face has a message, so let's start there. Can we do it? Or is that just, it's going to show up, I guess. Oh, disgusting. I got to press the button. Cyber surgery takes time. Splicing something into the spine goes deep. Nothing keeps Star down. She'll be back in the game before you know it. So running a heist team requires judicious planning, not judicial, judicious. While you're waiting for Star to recover, you can start preparing your mercenary base for the next phase by cleaning 2 rooms. We want more money first. So schedule those, advance time, what to play, and then we can disable once we get the option in the options menu. But we'll keep them because we don't know what's going on. All right, our Vanguard. What did she got to say? I'll admit it. I thought we were cooked before we even got started. Gunned down on the rooftop by some ultra-tech goons before Star even got her wires. We're lucky to have Danica watching over us. We got to be able to lean on each other. I'm glad you know Danica has all of our backs. Maybe you'll give her a little less spat next time she has a good idea too. I'll take that into consideration. So positive relationships, such as respects, create a bond between characters and contacts. And also another thing I want to point out, for those that like to click through conversations, now you know where the clickable area is. You click down here, don't skip forward, because this is where choices show up. So now you know, click here. Oh, there it goes. So just something small but very important that I find very helpful. The benefits of hype and the negatives of stress and the effects of story decisions all flow through relationships from one character to another. So in addition, deploying characters in positive relationships on jobs together can also increase hype, reduce stress, yield positive trait mutations, and even increase XP gains. So thumbs up there. So that means sending these two into missions together, into heists together, is a good thing. And you can see, so we've got a little bit of stress from that, a little bit of hype too from doing a good job here. So that means all good here. So does loyalty do anything? I don't accumulate at least to further story choices. Okay. All right. So right now stress is not terrible, but we'd like to lower it somehow. I don't think we can yet. As stress reaches 80% plus, stress limit breaks. Okay, so we're not have to worry about that quite yet. And hype over 80% gets us limit breaks for mutating these and getting extras. All right, so let's continue on and see what our next mission is going to be. You don't need cyber surgery, you're in treatment already. Okay, so I want to make sure everything's good, so let's push forward here. Should you really be back on your feet, Star? Huh. Evening, Mask. You're up late. We've all been stewing here. It's been a nervous wait for you to recover. But look, let me get you back to bed. I'm 12 days out of cyber surgery and riding a wave of pain medis. I'm not going anywhere. I'm fine. Just standing here, thinking. Like the thing in your spine is thinking? I'm the only one thinking, Mask. My new spinal's a lot of things. A quantum crypt, a tactical computer, a quantum countermeasures broadcaster. But it is not some AI floating around in my skull. Sorry, I know. But yeah, I'm thinking. With it. I'll find some time to talk to the others tomorrow. I know I need to calm some frayed nerves. This quantum rider changes nothing. And everything. We all swallowed a big bottle of risk on this one, but it's gonna pay off. We'll come up aces, I know it. But if you're gonna be a stubborn forklift and refuse to go back to bed, we can at least talk shop. What's our next play? Alright. So Ultratech dropped the response team on the clinic, right on the roof, nearly on our heads, and another team came through the lobby. So, someone snitched on us, but late. Otherwise, they would have been just waiting for us. Could have been someone on the surgical team. Can't square how it could be someone on our team and we'd still be alive. Nah, this isn't one of our own. I sent Danica to figure it out. Quietly. Good moves. We can trust Danica with this one. She knows this kind of work is done far from the safe house. Have we heard anything from Octane? I'm sure she is eager to hear how things went. Octane called twice while you were under, but the team had agreed to go dark, so I let it beep. Honestly, I didn't want to talk to Octane until she could see you're up and in fighting shape. Well, she can wait a little longer then. I don't know. Not much longer, Star. You're a big investment, you know. We can call her by clicking on a timeline event or wait for her to call. So probably wait a little bit longer on that one. We need a bankroll. We need to test these new teeth on a heist. When Octane offered us the loan, we knew we'd need hot cash shortly after the operation. We've been saving the forward op just for this purpose. Saya found this one and scoped the facility out. It's a site where McKellen Heavy Industries is dismantling a major operating base in Ward 7 to move it to a new construction site for Ward 11. It's not perfect. We have to hit the base before they've siphoned off all the valuables. McKellen security is still going to be present, but they're not going to be on high alert. But we can dump the files, blueprints, cubes, straight to the black market for United Digitals. Maybe enough to cover most of our first loan payment. And we need those credits. Octane's repayment schedule is very steep. So our next heist is going to be the forward op. So we'll take a look at that when we're done here. Get a little early look-see at it before we get to it. Octane doesn't want to talk to us. She wants to hear about her money. Maybe. But we have a full 2 weeks before we owe her payment. So there must be a reason for the calls. Everyone has another agenda, eh? Here in New Boston? Yes, they do. Alright. Let's contact her and figure out what she has in mind. Maybe we can learn something to boot. Enough, Star. I don't care what you say. You're going back to bed. Ha! If you insist. I want to be looking fresh to talk to Octane tomorrow anyway. So we got the new op. We'll take a quick look. Let's see what we got. We have 22 days, so we're not in a huge rush. If we look at it real quick, we're going to need 4 mercs. We have 1 out right now on Legwork, so not that we'd be able to do it anyway. We can see what kind of leverage is available. So if we were to spend 10,000, we could get the Matrix Snoop, reveals all Matrix node maps. So, oh, that's gonna be interesting if we do hacking. And then we could use these in mission Violent diversion for a favor. I'm not sure if we have anyone that we could do for that. So, but that would cancel any reinforcement deployment. Or we can spend 10,000 to disable all cameras and radar arrays until the next turn. We probably won't need to worry about that. We've been pretty good about these style ones. So, all right. So legwork in just under 5 days. So we'll let it ride a little bit here and find out what we get out of this, because that's gonna be important. I think it's gonna be important. And then we'll find out what Octane wants after we get this back. Because we're gonna need money. We need money. I figured out who made the call, but you're not gonna like the rest of my news. Ultratech is on your tail? Pick me up. My data patch into the AUG Clinic's network got compromised. How dirty. I wiped the digital tracks, but I had to leave some of my equipment behind. I was careful, as we discussed. I was long gone before the Ultratech boots hit the pavement. They missed me once at the AUG Clinic. This would have been a good time to just disappear from memory. I know I messed it up. Well, look, I did find what you wanted to know. Research lead in the biotech division must have seen something outside of Dr. Ekman's surgery suite. Got spooked. Called his superior. One Ekaterina Orlov. That's a relief. It was just a bad look by some random at the clinic. Maybe we can squeeze a win out of this, even if Ultratech has confirmation we are still out here and alive. Oh, that gave us 20 heat. That sucks. So heat burns off 1 point per day. Makes our life more difficult. I think currently heat doesn't matter as much, but there's definitely more to come on that. Stress also increases. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. If we feel heat just around the corner, we might want to lay low for a while. All right. So Ultratech has already forgotten their snitch, left out to dry. It'd be easy to lean on her. She's an Ultratech citizen, but not in a particularly well-ranked position. Because of her, Ultratech nearly took us out. Find an angle or a weak spot, and we can threaten and intimidate her and get the leverage we want. It will take some time, chew up somebody's hours, but it can be done. Let's do it. Let's put this snitch under our thumb. 3 days, 3 more days, plus maybe extra. So after 3, we get eventual guaranteed success. So thing with this is right now, since our crew is small, we need 4 people. She would have to be one of those, and so actually maybe not. So if she's out, then no, it would be okay. With her out, we could still run the other mission. Okay, I was thinking that I needed her available before we could run the mission, but we don't, so we can do that. So if we are successful, which we would be eventually, she owes us 3 favors. I believe she has a thing that gives us even more, so that's always good. Let's put this snitch under our thumb. Having some Ultratech biotech researcher in our pocket, it'll eventually pay off. Leverage is always worth it. Go digging. See what you can find. I need to really work on a voice for our hacker and for our soldier. Kind of need to make them more distinct, because right now I don't think they're very distinct. But that's my problem. I'll figure something out, and they're gonna change anyway, I'm sure, because I suck at this. All right, in that case, let's find out what Octane wants. Now, oh, we got, okay, so now that you clean out a room, it's time to start upgrading it. Before a new module can be installed, the utilities in the room must be upgraded. All modules require a supply of power to operate. First, you need to open room management for the clean room, and then use the upgrade utilities interface to start a test that upgrades the power utility. The power utility flows outward from the Safehouse central lift. For rooms adjacent to the lift, the maximum power utility is set by the command HQ. For outer rooms like this one, the maximum power utility is set by the room adjacent to the central lift, so this one. As we build out our base, we will build rooms that require less power in the outer rooms. So what it's saying is power is determined by central HQ, because this is what's providing the power. So that means these 4 rooms will be dependent on this for it. The outer rooms then are dependent on the rooms next to the safe house. So if this says that the power level is 4, that means the max in these 4 rooms will be 4. However, the max for these will depend on what's actually available here. So if the max here is 4, but we only have 2 levels here, then the room here would only be able to take 2 levels. So that's what it means. So it needs power wire. So using this interface to select a utility and purchase an upgrade. So upgrades take time, cost credits. More upgraded utility is more expensive and time consuming the next level is. First level isn't very expensive, so we can start that now. I mean, we're starting to hurt ourselves with some money, but we can do it. But you can see we got a bunch of rooms. I know what I'm interested in for myself is very interested in this one, the Underworld Hub, to spend to boost legwork, find recruits and contacts, because that is important to me. You know, those are like some of the story hooks there, and contacts and recruits, and I definitely want as big as we can go in recruits, because I like having a big crew available to do legworks and to tackle all the missions that we can. So having like a big crew of like 10, 12 will be good for sending people out and still rotating through people as needed for jobs. Of course, that's gonna take a long time to get that far, but that's kind of what I think for myself here. Also, the counter intel pod for reducing heat and headhunters. I think that's gonna be a good one. Not something we can get right away though, because of this here, which will come from the nano scrubber. Nano scrubber is what gives these here, and so you see some of the requirements for those. And the third one is the sim stream detox, which will enable team members to burn off stress and avoid negative traits. So those are like the 3 for me that I'm looking to do. So it looks like it will probably be in the order of Underworld Hub, and then a nano scrubber, and so I'll probably go Underworld Hub and then a nano scrubber. We don't have the money for any of this stuff yet anyway, so maybe I don't know, we'll decide. We're not going to actually build any yet because we don't got that much money, but something to keep in mind. All right, let's talk to Octane then. Oh, what is she gonna sound like? It's time to talk with Octane and see what she wants. Not my favorite call to make, but debts have to be paid. Let's see what we can learn. Look what the black soup washed up. Star went into a sterile operating bay at the Aug Clinic. She wasn't swimming in the Boston Harbor. Oh, she took a journey into the black, all right. The splicer said every new cyberknight dies on the operating table when they are laying the quantum filaments. It's just a question of whether you come back or not. You wouldn't have been the first. I'm still here, alive and cranking. Your investment didn't die on the table. I've missed you, Star. Can I say that? It feels like it's been a long wait. Ooh, it's nice to be missed, but Why the sudden rush to chat? Has something changed? No, nothing has really changed. The tide comes in and out every day, but the harbor is still a black goo. The Ultratech tech response team scooped up our friendly Dr. Ekman up. I don't think he will be seen again. Is that going to be a problem? No, it won't be. Their interrogators will easily tease out the fact that his brother owed a life debt to D-Cartel. But there isn't anything else he can tell them. It was all set up blind. Ultratech won't be a step closer to you or me after their long chat with the good doctor. The tide comes in, tide comes out. Some of us go, some of us stay. I've missed you, Star. So poetic. I wanted to check on your recovery. To be less poetic, I wanted to check on my investment. Like the tide, competition within the D Street cartel is rising, and I may need your help sooner than expected. So you've got trouble with other members of the D Street cartel? Within a massive syndicate the size of D Street cartel, competition is life. The bosses push it to weed out the weak. For a long time, I've been on the sidelines of that, as I am in finance, moving everyone's money around. But I've done my time as a financier. And there are only so many seats at the table. If you're gonna take a seat, someone else has to go. Naturally, the idea ruffles some feathers and has stirred up a bit of trouble. Another syndicate blade feels threatened and is lashing out. So, I called to make you an offer. I have a job for you. I need you to recover something that the syndicate blade named Ghoul has stolen from me. We do jobs. We do stolen property. What will you pay? I will erase your debt entirely, Star. Entirely? Just like that? Recovery is the first step. Once my lost property is recovered, I need a cyberknight. I need you to sneak it into a secure data center. It is a very sensitive matter internal to D Street Cartel. You'll be going directly against the syndicate. Let me review. You found an impossible to find cybernetics computer, loaned us $2 million to install it. All that just so we can do a job for you? I will not be weeded out. Help me, and the syndicate blade will take his leave, and I will take my seat at the big table. If we pull it off, you'll drop the $2 million debt, recover my property, hit a data center, and the 2 million United Digitals are forgiven. So our repayment schedule currently is 4 payments of $500,000 every 30 days to total the 2 million. We knew coming in that the schedule might be impossible to keep. Let's get some more information first. Why me specifically? Where did you get this spinal computer? Nanofabbing one of these things is so illegal. No one even has the blueprints. It's a zombie computer, isn't it? They're all zombie quantum riders at this point, Mask. So yes, it is. Your spinal implant was recently spliced out of the spine of a dead cyber knight. And who the hell was that? A knight died on the job. I got the opportunity to inherit the computer and took it. and now it's yours. All the rest are secrets of the D cartel, and I will not say more. If we complete these jobs for you, you'll promise to tell us everything you know about my quantum rider. I need to know who this zombie was in before me. That kind of past doesn't just die with the owner. If you pull off the heists, I will tell you everything I know. It isn't much. I need to know, Octane. Alright. Can we pay $2 million in the amount of time that they're saying? Can we pay $500,000 in the amount of time in a month? Last run it would have been a no. I'm just saying. So I think it's a good deal anyway, I think. And this is the storyline that is here to start with, and there's been more added recently, I believe. So let's follow it and see what it does. We need to see the specs on these jobs, but we'll take your offer. So this was the plan all along? You never wanted us to pay off the debt. If you had insisted, I'd take the money and find someone else to do the work. I'm glad you can see the business sense of taking my offer. We're gonna need a lot more details before we can promise anything, but we'll look at your jobs. Everything is coming over right now. You know how to contact me if you have any questions. So her mission is the Haven Smokeout, so we'll have to take a look at that too. And additional conversations and options for each job are available from the Command HQ. With that piece of business concluded, I will leave you to your planning. Well, she has disconnected. How many lies do you think we just got fed? All the lies, I think. So this was all a play to make us do a job? How does that make sense? It's so suspicious. It's all too neatly wrapped up to be real. I have a bad feeling about this job. Octane worked really hard to force us to agree. It's stacked against us. We don't have much choice, or she will bring the weight of D-Cartel down on us. We don't know enough. We need more intel. Someone has to go quietly digging into why Octane has gone to such lengths to get a knight under her thumb for this all-important heist. Alright, so we need to investigate Octane's power plays inside the D-Cartel. She leading us into more trouble than we can handle. I think it's important. The problem, this is 10 days. This means we won't be able to do the first mission for a little bit. At least until maybe the hacker comes back, then we might be able to do it. Apparently the trait marksman is helpful here. Sleuth is not helping that much for this one, and as a combat focused job, I guess that could help. So I guess Octane has stacked us all too carefully. We need to understand how these jobs are going to cut against the D-Cartel, and if that puts us on the wrong side of this mess or not. So I guess it could be this. This could be a problem. We gotta send our soldier out for this. We need to investigate Octane's power plays inside the D-Cartel. Is she leading us into more trouble than we can handle? I don't like what I'm hearing about this entire deal that Octane has laid out. 2 million digi loan was bad enough. This seems worse. It is our best way out of the loan right now, so we're gonna stick with it. But we're sending you into the field to look for other options. We need you to be thorough, quiet. We need to know what type of play Octane is planning and who her enemies are. The briefing on this job itself has a lot of detail to follow up on about the Syndicate Blade Ghoul. If it means we get off Octane's hooks faster, I'm all in. But I'll have to be careful asking around any Syndicate's business. They see Bravestar, undercovers, and rats under every move. Oof. Wow, that's killing me. That's killing me there. A little bit of trouble there. We'll drink some water there to kind of help out. So I think luckily this only takes 3. Yeah, so we'll have enough for this. This is the normal team I send into this anyway. So we get 96,000 for completing it. Octane will gain a power level, +1 trust, +1 influence. Good. We'll gain extra 5% trust with her too. So I got 6% trust. If we kill the Syndicate's Wire Ghost, we'll get an extra 24,000. So it looks like we get a lot more money out of this one than we used to. At least the first couple times I went through it. And if we can complete it in less than 12 turns, we'll get 2 more we'll get 2 favors from her. I like it. Active leverage, cost money. Cancels any reinforcement for a favor. Okay. We're not gonna do that quite yet. Because we have to wait for this one to come back. And looks like we're gonna get another call in a second. Oh. You look terrible, Zasha. Aren't you due another treatment soon? Oh my god, what was her voice? I've forgotten. If I was still in the UKF, would have had one months ago. That's not good. I need you at Ace Point. What's the holdup? Chem soup I need just doesn't exist anymore. Nobody makes it. The UKF didn't just ban my neural treatment. They went after the Farmy Corp, Gans Tech. That's how the UKF rolls. They pulled some kind of hostile takeover, and then they shut Gans Tech down. They considered it a threat to their game. But you've done a few treatments since you got out. Where did you get the chems? My doper, Jurio, managed to score some of the sludge off the black market just as Gans Tech was being ripped apart. We've been dragging the treatments out as slow as we can stretch it. Which is why every couple of months I look like I had a sparring session with the hover truck. Look, I didn't want to bother you with this before, so I didn't say anything. When does Jurio run out of chems? We're pretty much out already. This next treatment, Jurio didn't have enough left to do a whole batch, so he cooked the other half. It's a good thing he's a whiz kid in the nano lab. UKF really hosed you, then dumped you to die. Me and my entire team. They approved the Gans Tech neural conditioning and let us all get past the point of no return. Then they cut the cord and torched the chem factory. They handed you all a death sentence. If I hadn't known Jurio from my days coming up fighting while I was trying to get into UKF, would have been dead already. But you know. Oh, we get to pick here. So she, I think we'll go with this one. I think she's kind of a more, she kind of understands her situation a little bit more. I think. I don't think she's as excitable as this one. I mean, it's pretty good, but let's go with this one. It kind of saved my life. The UKF was a one-way ticket to dead. The bastards in charge of UKF would have eventually found a reason for me to stumble. They control the narrative to keep everyone hooked. Maybe I could have contended for a belt, but it's the ultimate kill fight for a reason. Nobody retires. If none of us wanted to go out like this, our brains turning to mush, I'd rather have died on a sword. It isn't over yet, Zasha. You're still in this fight. I hope Jurio can chem me out and I can just move on. I've made something new here with you and the others. I feel like a trash can, and I'm not as sharp as I should be, but I can still run jobs, Star. Cheerio has to finish cooking up the new chem batch before I take the treatment, so I'm sitting tight. Alright, so this is where we find out her condition is worsening, and she has gained the Neuro-Rot trait. So like all traits, starts at level 1 and may progress to level 4. So this is kind of like our introduction to negative traits. A Merc stress, wound, story, and mission accomplishments and personal relationships all play a role in increasing and decreasing trait levels. If and when Zasha is able to get the chem treatment, the Neuro-Rot trait will reduce by 1 level. Depending on her stress and how long the treatment takes to prepare, this may temporarily remove the trait completely or just reduce its power. However, until she's able to complete her treatments, the threat of Neuro-Rot hangs over her. If it is allowed to progress to level 4, it's fatal. So that's something we have to keep in mind. But that's the... I'm not sure how much is ready for that story yet. So it may not affect us, but it really does sound really serious. That's something to really watch out for here. All right, let's get to this legwork here. Oh wait, and we got to recruit too. I don't know who you are or how you got around my privacy protocols, but I'm not buying whatever. But go on. Catherine Orlev. It's nice to put a face to the name. I don't know you. I don't. Can't remember the cyber knight you tried to have killed? If you're gonna try and take out someone this powerful, you should at least know who you're dealing with. I didn't know what Dr. Ekman was doing. We've been through the auto clinic records, so cut the lies. And your Ultratech privacy protocol was so standard, Catherine Orlov. We've had a little look inside your life. Don't try to play it tough. You're a B-tier citizen who barely passed your aptitude tests. Ultratech has forgotten your little snitch move and is already off to fight the next fire. Now talk. You fed Dr. Ekman to the corporate killers to hide your own drug problem, right? I don't. You've done an awful job covering your tracks. For slinging meds illegally to your friends, Ultratech might just kick you to the curb. But the bioformula you sold in 32? For that, they'll kill you just like Dr. Ekman. Kill Dr. Ekman? They just took him in for questioning. Oh, Dr. Ekman is never coming back after what he did. Neither would you. Tell me why we shouldn't tip Ultratech off to your side hustle. I'll do whatever you want. I can sling you drugs from the lab. If I get another shot at a bioformula, I'll call you. That's the attitude that would keep your dirty secret out of Ultratech hands. We don't want anything from you right now, but when we call, you answer, and you'll do exactly what we tell you to do. Understood, Chowda? Yes, understood. Then you'll be hearing from us. Alright, so she gained the trait under her thumb. 8 out of 100 trust score and owes us 3 favors. So we can use favors to make regular purchases without spending $1 or to call in help where money can't buy it. Most often for leverage on jobs. So this might actually be how we can do some of those leverages that we saw in some of the missions. So if we take a quick look at her, where is she at? Right here. So she is indebted to us. We get +1 favor per month. She's under our thumb. We got their number and they'll do what we want. Okay, I thought that actually was what gave us that, but okay. So she's a bioformula thief. Has stolen bioformulas from... Okay. She's apparently calculating, so okay. But ooh, what is this? I didn't realize this. Exposure. As exposure reaches 8+, the contact will suffer exposure limit breaks, which can weaken their underworld services, mutate negative traits, increase their chance of being targeted or killed. May consider betraying you too if it's too far. I guess if I get maybe they meant 80 plus. All right. enemy. Right. Cool. Okay. So awesome. So that is perfect. So we could run this whenever now. Now we have enough people. Actually, I think we can run this one too. Right, we got 3. Not gonna run it right now. Yeah. Oh no, we got more than enough. Okay. So it just kind of depends on how and when we want to run this. So I think we're gonna run it. I think we're gonna get the heat down to 20, and then we'll run it. I think. Oh, we got to recruit too apparently. Possible recruit. Oh wait. That's a new one. That's a cyber sword. Looks like. Take a look. No. Nope, it's a soldier. Why does that look like that? That's weird. I did do. Oh no, I did not do this. I meant to do this. Yeah, let's do. There we go. Okay, there we go. Interesting. So, oh, okay. I get it. Never mind. I get it now. This is because Zasha is bringing us a new recruit. I got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, I got confused for a second. Definitely gonna want to bring them in. And we have just enough room for that before we can we gotta upgrade the barracks eventually, which would be we would have to upgrade this by 2. We would be able to do that though, and then 36,000. So maybe from, I don't know, we'll have to take a look at this. We'll have to keep some money because we might want to upgrade the barracks, but we'll see what comes up from the recruit. We're not gonna get the recruit yet until after this, I think. So let's run this down to 20. Man, this Safehouse one is supposed to be short. I guess the initial one is always like this though, where it takes a lot longer and a lot more storylines and stuff going on. Man, all these voices and stuff are killing my throat. That's the problem. That's the problem though. All right. I think we are ready and willing to do that mission for the next time. That's what I'm feeling right now. And then we'll have this recruit. Like, can we? No, I don't want to mess with that until then. So I think what we'll do is we'll run Haven Smokeout. Then we'll do in the next safe house mission. We'll do this. We'll find out about this. We'll get the recruit. Then we'll look towards this one. Yeah, I just did this though, didn't I? I thought I did. Oh, I didn't hit the upgrade button. There we go. Okay. My bad. Okay, so now we figured that out. Perfect. Okay. Now we're good. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I think we have a good plan now. That was a lot. I was not expecting it to be a lot. I'd forgotten how much happens in the first bit before the next mission. There was a lot of conversations. Gotta talk to Octane. We still have yet to pick up the Doctor. That's not the way I want this one. Dr. Ash. She's eventually gonna talk to us too about a clinic. So yeah, there's a lot still coming. Okay, but to start, So I'm glad that we're finally getting a chance to do stuff with the trash rooms that we've had down here for a long time, that we were all wondering for a while what the purpose was going to be, but now we know. That's awesome. And we're gonna get a chance here. We get a chance to make a lot of money from this, and then this is a pure money making one. We'll see what we get out of that, and yeah, hopefully we'll be rolling it a little bit and we can continue to engage here, and also be saving a little bit for what we know is to come. So man, oh man, that was tough. Like, my voice isn't fully back, so that was really rough on me, but I hope it wasn't too bad. I know, especially in some of the transitions and stuff, you could definitely hear some of the in-between sounds too, because I was kind of had the mic a little too close at that point, and making sure I was catching everything, because I wasn't sure if I was projecting enough. But I think at least out of those, I think the Octane voice came out pretty good. Like, I was trying to bring to mind one of those shifty kind of advisor kind of people that you see in the background, almost like, you know, which are always kind of based on like snakes, I guess. So that's what I was kind of bringing in. So it was very sibilant, I think. So hopefully that didn't bother people, but maybe it did. But we try. But yeah, sorry, this took forever. Luckily I'll break it up, hopefully, so it should at least you can at least skip around to the places you need to be in order to follow along with things. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed your time here, and of course if you did, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff on this video, and on anything else you happen to see here on the channel, whether it's the previous run, the Star Traders Frontier stuff, or any of the other playlists that we have out with playthroughs, and you can kind of see how things have kind of gone from my journey way back a long time ago when we first started to now. I think I improved a little bit, so hopefully you all think so too, and you're enjoying it. So at least some people are, since we're up to 76 subscribers, so thank you all very much for that. I do really appreciate it. And there'll be links in the description of the video to Twitch and Twitter if you want to check that stuff out. I don't engage with Twitter very much because it's Twitter. Twitter is what it is. But I do stream on Twitch on the weekends, like on a Saturday night, usually with my friends. We hang out for a little bit and just play some games and chill. But that's that. So yeah, that's really it here. Thank you all, like I said, for watching and supporting and checking it out. I do appreciate it, and I try to make sure I get back to everyone who comments, so thank you all for that. So that's it here. I'll see you soon for the next one, where we'll get into the next heist, the Haven Smokeout, which we've run a couple of times. We'll see how it goes this time. The last time we ran it, it went really well, so we'll see how it goes this time. But yeah, we'll see how things go. So thank you all for your time. Thank you all for hanging out a little bit. Hopefully you all are doing well out there. Stay well, stay safe, stay good, stay healthy out there. Hopefully the weather is getting better for you, at least in the northern hemisphere. Not sure if we have any like Australian viewers or anyone like that in the southern hemisphere, or in, you know, South America, but at least in the northern hemisphere, hopefully, you know, we're getting some warmer weather, getting some better weather. Although I know there's been tornadoes and stuff here in the US, so stay safe out there, and I will catch all of y'all next time. So y'all have a good one, be safe, be healthy, and adios for now. Bye bye everyone.